Can you hear me? Ah, can you hear me now? Okay. I don't know what that was all about, but it changed. I don't know why. Anyway, all right, let's do a quick roll call. It's just kind of in the story of my day. Story of my day. I can't see who's at the very top, but due to the poll that I just put up, but Bit9K, I think it was it New England Crypto, I think might have been first. But anyway, Red Llama Crypto, Chump Change, Baldini, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. MH, Automatic Beats, good evening. New England Crypto, and Nah City, TPS Miner, Brian Hollywood, DJ Mines, Hobbyist, Look a Bear, Danny Daniz, let's see if Dakota Miner, Rich Borgia, of course, the wonderful Sunflower Mama. And I think that about, oh, Matador. I think that Ryland Tech and Crypto, I saw you, but for some reason I didn't read your name up above. Anyway, I think Ryland Tech and Crypto actually was the first one, now that I remember correctly. But thanks for guys for all being here. It has been a day. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Hey, Pearl Rival, thanks for showing up. All righty, well, let's get down to a couple of topics I wanted to talk about tonight. The first one, in fact, let me go over to the right screen. Okay, is we've talked about this in the past, and Cardano and SundaeSwap. SundaeSwap's as a DEX on Cardano, and SundaeSwap had its ISO. And if you staked your Cardano in one of a lot of staking pools, you were eligible for these ISO rewards. The question was how were you going to redeem them? They basically said, trust us, we'll allow you to redeem them. So anyway, there was some skepticism on that, but they finally have come out and they will be allowing you to redeem your SundaeSwap on DripDropz. And DripDropz is a service I'm not going to go into too much here, but it does make it a lot easier to claim your SundaeSwap. And while you're at it, if you are doing this, DripDropz, you can do up to 10 at a time. You can, they have a lot of different tokens that you can redeem. It does cost about a little bit of Cardano each time that you claim these tokens that may or may not be worth anything. But hey, if you're going to be claiming your SundaeSwap anyway, you might as well claim 9 other tokens because it's not really going to cost you anything extra. So anyway, if anybody's doing that, check this out. Sounds like a disease. DripDropz? Yeah, I suppose that could be. Anyway, let's talk a bit about good old Ethereum. And they had an all-core devs call last week that was somewhat interesting. And at the end of Tim Biko's summary, he said, it's happening. These things are hard, they take time, and unexpected stuff happens, which makes most day predictions useless. Ethereum has never gone down during an upgrade, and we intend to keep it that way. That said, it's happening. So what I find interesting is he basically, I don't remember exactly where he said it, but he said it's happening this year. And that I found it interesting that he said it's happening this year, as opposed to saying, you know, second quarter, like they've been talking about. So anyway, found that very interesting. Then he commented on this person's tweet. Shoot, I shouldn't have. Yeah, she kind of swears a little bit, but anyway, bottom line is finish upgrading clients. This is all she's saying is left. Finish upgrading clients, stand up Kiln DevNet. Kiln DevNet is the next test net for final round of testing. Upgrade all the test nets to proof of stake, set a date for the merge, and merge. She's saying that that's as simple as it is. Well, I don't know about that totally, but do find it interesting that they're getting down to a final list. And then I found, in fact, I got to bring this up. I have to find this. Bear with me here for a second. I restarted my computer right before the stream and forgot to bring up this. Hold on. Going our ETH R&D. And okay. So there is a comment made up here. And I just found this absolutely fascinating, that as complicated as this all is, it can be as simple as something like this that could really screw up the timing of this. So at 5:04 a.m. my time, Peter, Beacon Chain, has anyone thought about the issue that on the Beacon Chain, all rewards and balances are denominated in Govee units in the API, while on the execution layer, all balances are denominated in WEI? This might be a big source of error in the future. And Micah was, shall we say, flabbergasted. The API exposed by the clients uses NanoETH as its unit. I surely must not be understanding this correctly, because that sounds like an absolutely terrible idea. Like one of the worst things that could be done. And he makes a comment somewhere down here that like this breaks all like basic science rules, which is always make sure your units match. And they're just finding out about this now, that Beacon Chain's on one unit and execution layer, which is proof of work, is on another unit. So I don't know if this is going to affect the merge on the timing of the merge, but it certainly sounds like it needs to be addressed, because the alternative to this is going to require a lot more programming to program around this than to just fix it in the first place. But fixing it in the first place is going to take time, because basically from what they were saying is they believe that they should be changing it in the Beacon Chain, which would require another fork, most likely for Beacon Chain, before they would merge, if they were going to fix this before the merge. Anyway, just absolutely boggled my mind when I read this morning when I woke up. And the only reason why I saw it was because my mining rig downstairs was giving me fits and still is giving me fits. I don't know what's going on, why it's crashing all the time, but one of my rigs is crashing all the time and it is really frustrating me. But anyway, because I was down at my computer right after I got up, and I noticed that there was a message that came through from Micah. So Micah was, he's one of the main players in the All Core Devs group. And I like to, he's not, I don't know, I guess he's a lesser known Vitalik type person. He's really good at the overall picture. He will point out things that are absurd that the programmers don't necessarily see as absurd, but then when he brings to the forefront, they figure it out and make it right. I guess is the best way to put it. Then Micah was on a call with BBT, as well as a number of other of us, that kind of started the whole, you know, if the mining community was able to consolidate 40% of the hash rate, all core devs would really kind of, or the Ethereum community would really have to take a serious look at what we're doing here. So he was kind of the guy that issued that challenge, but yeah, he doesn't pull any punches. He tells it like it is. Doesn't really care if he offends somebody or not, because he's just very blunt. And I like that about him. He's going to tell you like it is without candy coating anything. So anyway, just found that very interesting. So I thought I would share that. Anyway, I see some things going on in the background here. So yeah, TPS Miner, I just reminded you who Micah was. Baldini, just follow the instructions. You're getting really impatient. Anyway, we could talk later about the Helium Miner. Rondi, how are you? Glad you could join us. Did I miss something about a 3090? Anyway. Now won't find witnesses. Well, yeah, I had a period of time today, a big period of time where I got 0. So I still think there's something going on with the chain. They're trying to figure things out. They're trying to make things better, but doesn't always work out that way. Wow, you guys are pretty evenly split on this poll. So 37 votes, 57% say yes, 43% say no. Huh. Interesting. Maybe I'll try to figure out a way to make it like in between. We'll have to see. But anyway. Oh, the Helium blockchain was down today. Well, there you go, Baldini. It certainly looked like it. When I came home tonight and took a look at it, I was like, well, the last little bit was really good. But for the first part of the day, the first 12 hours of the day, it sucked really bad. So anyway, wasn't planning on talking about that. Well, I'm going to end this poll. We'll call it, I guess you guys like the camera angle, or at least like it better. I don't know. Kind of not really overwhelming one way or the other, but I thought I'd try something a little bit different. All right, let me end that poll. All righty. And then, oh, the other thing I wanted to bring up was the Merge community call this Friday, February 11th at 8 Central Time, 9 Eastern Time in the morning for 60 minutes. So they'll be going over things regarding the Merge. Should be able to get a pretty good idea of how close they are. So yeah, that'll be interesting to hear. So one of the things I've been doing, I know Panda a while back had actually said, I don't, max voltage, I don't know how you get through these calls. The only way I get through those calls was with lots of coffee. But now that I'm working, I really don't get a chance to listen to those calls. But what I do is I go on to Twitter, and Tim Biko posts summaries of all of the All Core Devs calls. I don't know if he's going to do one on the Merge call, but hopefully he will. So we shall see. But anyway, so I think the timing of the Merge is about as clear as mud right now. I'm not sure when it's going to be. I know before I was saying, I really think it's going to be June. Well, I'm not so sure anymore. At the same time, this person says between down here says, so how long before the Merge? There's no date set. You can't set a date before testing is done, but I'd say right now feels like April or May before London upgrade, which happened in August, meaning that the person thinks it'll happen faster than the London upgrade happened, which was 1559. But basically saying maybe 2 months, maybe more than 2 months, but less than 5, which basically means April through July, sometime in that time frame, which is pretty much the time frame they've talked about. Second quarter might get extended into third quarter. So that's assuming that things go as planned and nothing sprouts up. That's a game show stopper, but I don't know. Anyway, all righty, let me see. Sure, I'll show that. So TPS Miner just sent me a article in Discord that I found interesting regarding the Merge. I'm curious if you know who the dev is, they quote. Let me check that out. Bear with me here 1 second. Thank you for sending me that. I appreciate it. And let's see who this is. They say Peter. Is that who that was? Yeah, he's one of the, yeah, he's a major player, major developer. Yeah, I read that tweet as well. That was actually a tweet that he posted, and Tim Biko had actually retweeted. So again, that is a client code base, not the Go Ethereum code base. Yeah, is one major PR away. Yeah, that's true. And that's one of the things I had talked about in the past, which was, if I still have it up, there's a checklist. And yeah, there's only one major thing to check off. That's it. So, and that's one of the things I've been keeping track of. But again, it all depends on if they have anything that pops up along the way. So yeah, I know one of the things they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure that nobody's surprised by this. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just seeing a lot of hedging now saying this year instead of second quarter. And that really has me have a little bit of doubt as to how soon it's actually going to happen. And especially when, like I said, that tweet I just posted about with Tim Biko saying, yeah, these things are hard. They take time and unexpected stuff happens, which makes most date predictions useless. So he said that very recently on February 4th, while all these other people are giving somewhat date predictions. So yeah, I don't know. But I would definitely think it's definitely going to happen this year. It's certainly not at this point an if, it's a when. It's a when, and it's coming soon. So, all right, let me go back to the chat, see if there was anything. Next paragraph. Did I miss something in there? Oh, you're saying Ben Eddington? I don't recognize Ben Eddington. Is this the one this is estimated to occur but Ben Eddington, an ETH2 developer, considers this timeline to be aggressive. He says it's probably doable, but doesn't leave a lot of breathing room to handle issues that arise. Sorry, should have read a little further. We will be pushing for the ideal aggressive timetable of merging before mid-July, but we'll have contingency plans to push back the difficulty bomb if required. The overriding imperative is to do the whole thing well. So, and that goes along with some of the things I've been hearing, because they've had discussions regarding, okay, how far can we go into the difficulty bomb before we have to do something? You know, if we go to August or September, and they didn't really give timeframes. What they gave was we could go from a 13-second block time to a 23-second block time. That takes a long time to get there. So they may not even extend the difficulty bomb. They may just allow it to go off and slowly, creep up and increase the length of the difficulty bomb instead of forking on it. So anyway, yeah, like I said, it's clear as mud. Yeah, it doesn't, they have some slack built into the schedule and some time in the schedule to resolve bugs, but I don't think they have the ability to resolve major bugs. And so if any major bugs comes up, yeah, then I think that will be very interesting to see. And like I said, I think 2022 is going to be an extremely interesting year and fascinating year when it comes to cryptocurrency in general. I mean, to have your second biggest cryptocurrency going from proof of work to proof of stake, that's going to be extremely fascinating to watch and to see everything that happens around it. So yep, everybody get their popcorn. It's going to be interesting to watch. No question. Hey, thanks for showing up, K-Spec. I appreciate it. All righty. Any other questions regarding that, or hey, any other articles to link? You got any more of those, TPS Miner? Appreciate you sharing that very much. Okay, well, on to a pretty different subject. I've talked about my power and the power program that I'm on. Oh, seriously? It didn't save it. All right, hang on a second while I bring this up, because I found something that really shows All right, hold on. Hold on, please. Is this it? Ah, perfect. Here it is. All right, just took me a moment to bring it up. All right. So here is my electric bill. So I've got almost 5 megawatt hours. Capacity obligation is really low. That's a whole nother story. This was determined. This basically affects my demand charge, which is lower than it should be right now, or capacity charge, which is lower than it should be right now because of I had much lower power usage at that point. But even with all that, even this was like $25 on the power program I'm on, I'm saving $150 a month on the hourly program versus the standard rate program. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring this up was my power rate. If you look at it, that's 11 cents, about 5 megawatts, 5 kilowatt hours, $550. That comes out to 11 cents a kilowatt hour. Not great. I've been at 9 most of the time, but as we all know, the rate for power has gone up. Obviously, the prices of lots of things have gone up. So you're like, oh, well, then why don't you just go back to standard? Well, standard, believe it or not, everybody thinks of it as a fixed rate. It's not a fixed rate. It has, well, it says it right here, purchased electricity adjustment. So it has the ability to adjust to a certain amount, about 0.5%. It has the ability to adjust a little bit. And while this is just a standard market rate. So yeah, this one actually this month, the standard rate came out to about 14 cents a kilowatt hour. So when normally it's like 12.7 cents. So actually it was more than 0.5 cent. So anyway, just found this interesting to share. If you haven't looked into hourly pricing, which is different than time of use. Time of use is standard pricing. Like your price for electricity is going to be this between 8 and 5, and it's going to be this between 5 and 10 at night. And those are time of use. This isn't time of use. This is actually my price on one day is going to be different than another day based upon weather, lots of different factors that go into what the cost of power is going to be. So I have found this to be really, 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 really valuable. Oh, the unboxing project, you get 7.5 cents in the winter. Nice. Nice. Now you can see this is not just a supply charge. This is supply, delivery, and taxes. And in Illinois, taxes really suck. That's for sure. I got to show that one. That's funny. So yeah, yeah. In Illinois, this is a good rate. You're not going to really find a better rate. But anyway, like I said, in sometimes of the year, I am down at like 7 cents. Actually, believe it or not, in the summer, I think just because they prepare for the demand, I have been much lower when it's like 80 degrees outside instead of like 95. That's when I get some really, really low prices, especially at night when people don't have their air conditioning on. So sorry, Automatic Beats, I can't put that on there, but I get your point. Yes, taxes in Illinois suck. Yes, they do. Anyway, well, one of the other things I wanted to show was these are the different markets. So like where I am in Illinois is PJM, which is actually stands for Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Maryland. They were the original ones in this market. Southern Illinois, which has a program like this, is in MISO, which is mid-continent, the mid-continent area. So anyway, point being is check it out, look at it. Don't be scared of it. I have not heard of anybody on this type of program that has regretted it, especially if you're a miner, because you're using electricity at night. I know I'll continue to beat this drum. Anyway, alrighty. What else did I say I was going to talk about tonight? Where did I put that? There it is. So I talked about the Ethereum update, talked about SundaeSwap, talked about power cost. We talked enough about helium. I'm done talking about helium tonight. The happenings at the farm. Oh, here, let's see if it's actually still running. No, one of my stupid 3060s is offline right now, so I have to restart the miner. Bear with me as I do this. So frustrating. So I might have to try to see if I can change the, I've been running it at this overclock forever, and for some reason all of a sudden it's giving me problems. But anyway, hey, thank you, Mr. Brian Hollywood. Appreciate it. We would love to see you in a red flannel. Okay, I will wear a red flannel next week. Hopefully I can remember. Yes. Thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate it. Red flannel, yes. Sunflower Mama, help remind me that I need to wear a red flannel next week. Okay. I do take requests. Oh, I thought for a second she was coming this way. I think she's going down to get the red flannel. I'm pretty sure. No, I have not. I have not hashed on the 2060 12 gig yet. I do not have that card. I do not plan to get that card. I do have a blue flannel as well. Not just this one. Hold on, please. I take requests. Hold on a second. I'll put it on.
Keep the people happy.
Are you satisfied? Tell me you're satisfied. Flannel only fans. Crypto shape. Love that idea. All right. Good enough. All righty. Well, it's that time of year, people. It's cold up here. Definitely cold up here. And we keep our house at a crisp 67 degrees, although I did turn it up to 68 tonight. So anyway, Randy, geez. Maybe orange flannel next week. Well, I did go to University of Illinois. So that I do not have an orange flannel, unfortunately, but that may be a next one to get. I thought for a second I heard my wife walking and I was like, seriously? So I just did the buttons wrong. I wasn't even paying attention. Anyway, I did have red underneath. I have a red polo on for work because it's warm flans. It was warm at work. I don't know why. I think just the warehouse in general, it kind of holds the temperature of the outside. So even if it's like 30 degrees out, if it was like 15 and the heaters were going full blast and then it warms up outside, the warehouse seems to hold the heat. I don't know. I don't understand it, but whatever. What do I need to read? Teaspoon? Oh, what domain is that? OnlyFlans? I'm guessing. I haven't actually seen that, but OnlyFlans would be my guess as to what. That would be hilarious. Anyway. All right. Red polo cup. I fill you up. You guys are cracking me up tonight. Thank you. I needed that. I really did. Anyway. Oh, yeah. She'll get right on that. Yeah. I can just see it now. She'll be like, okay, here's the purchase. I just made an orange flannel. It will need to be an orange and blue flannel for Illinois, though. Definitely. Anyway. All right. Now, where was I here? That's right. I was going to show a photo of my rig and the way I have things set up. I have these two fans ready to go. I've got the one on the right working. And this one 580, I thought that one was the one causing the problem with this rig, because it was actually making it crash. Ever since I disconnected that one, it's been running better, but still pretty flaky. So I've got these 3 cards on the front mining Flux, these 2 on the top mining Ethereum. The one in the back right is a 5600 XT, which is mining Ethereum. And then this one was mining ETC. So I was looking at the, sorry, I'm actually logging back in. I was going to show you guys something. Do MOTD watch. And then I've been watching the syslog to see if this would give me any clues as to what may be causing the problem. And honestly, I don't know. I haven't been able to exactly figure out if what has been the cause of it at this point. I have been leaving it on this screen so that when it does crash, when I come back to it, it will show this and it will show me whatever the last thing that happened. And I don't know. I'm thinking it might have something to do with, thank you, Chump Change. You guys are nuts. Absolutely nuts. For therapy after the stream, only flans. Wait a minute. I'm thinking, so I'm going to have to distribute that to all of you because you guys are going to be the ones that need all of the therapy because of OnlyFlans. If I get on OnlyFlans and pose. Anyway. Oh my God, that's cracking me up. Has anybody even looked up to see if it is an actual domain yet? That would be hilarious if it wasn't. Anyway, alrighty. Well, anyway, I've been watching this and I have not yet been able to figure out why it's crashing. So I have to keep working at it. Be patient with it. One of the things I'm gonna do though, so going back to the picture actually, whoop, not that one, this one, is the 2 on the top are 3060s. These are running Flux. These 2 on the lower left, that are the cards behind all the other ones. I've got 2 3060 Ti's that are also running Flux. I've just been too lazy to move them over. So I'm going to flip flop those 2 so that this whole rig is going to be running Ethereum. Most of this rig on the upper right is going to be running Flux, and then make sure that runs okay by itself with those 5 cards, then add the 5600 XT back in. And then maybe if it works, maybe try to run, put the 580 back on. But really the next 2 cards I will be parting with will be the 580 and the 5600 XT. The 5600 XT, when it was on the all AMD rig, ran perfectly. It just ran and ran and ran and ran, no problems whatsoever. So I think this is a RebTech mixed rig problem. So you have a RebTech with a minimal processor. So I wonder if the RebTech itself can't handle multiple miners as well as say a standard processor would. So yeah, what I'm going to do, I could always take those 2 AMD cards and put them down on the Raptorium, miner. So, oh my gosh, guys, Rondi, you know as well as I do, domains don't cost that much, but thank you very much. It is much appreciated. Holy cow, guys, you guys are nuts. Anyway, I'm glad this has been a fun. I was really debating whether to go on tonight because I was really frustrated from work and you guys have made my night. So definitely appreciate it. Paul Doherty, RebTech board not have enough swap page file. Well, again, I'm not running Windows. I'm running Linux, which I don't believe really have a swap page file that you're talking about. So it shouldn't be an issue as far as I know. But anyway. Yeah, I've caught all the super chats. Yeah, You guys are crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was just reading what Teaspoon said. All right, let me scan up here. Let's see. So Nas City, do you have a question? All right, hold on a second. Let me scan up here for a second because I think I missed some things. Oh, there is a domain for the .net. Okay. It's 3,500s to buy it out. Yeah, even if you guys raise that much, I'm not paying $3,500 for that. I'll return your money somehow. There is no way. Yeah, Baldini, we all know you like flannel. We both like flannel. We both have similar flannels. Yeah, old guys like flannels. There's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, onlyflans.net. Oh gosh, I love that. Now I got to do open link and new tab. Welcome, Flan. So there is an onlyflans.net. Anyway, different kind of flan. Oh, you guys are cracking me up. All right, let me scan back down again, see if anybody's tagged me. Yeah, you guys, exactly. Hey, Big Wooly, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome to the crazy. Anyway. All righty. Do you guys have any questions for me? I was thinking I might keep it a little short tonight. Just like I said, it was just one of those days. I'll share with you, hypothetically, I guess, allegedly, that I don't like it when somebody asks me to lie or lie through omission. And I especially don't like it when I tell somebody the truth and ask them to not tell the other person and they say, okay. And then they run to them 5 minutes later and tell them. That was, and then when I approach that person as to, you've lost my trust, and then they like claim ignorance. It was an absolutely bizarro day, from a personal experience day. But anyway, tomorrow is another day, and we shall move on from this day. That is for sure. Oh, flan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, as the Canadians would say. Yeah, it was, I mean, first world problems. I mean, I have a job, pays well, pays relatively well. Yeah. People that work for me respect me and like me. At least I think they do. Seem to, but Two Bros Mining, thank you very much for the super chat. Very much appreciate it. Keep the blue flannel. Yeah, well, I have to, you know, I did have that on for a while. I do have another blue flannel though, that I've worn before, but these are kind of my main three flannels that I wear. But at any rate, I just think it's so, oh yes. And my wife had wonderful news. Sunflower Mama had wonderful news that she is in complete remission from her ovarian cancer. Yay! So she is going on another medication to make sure it stays in remission. I won't go into all the gory details about it, but it does have some potential side effects. So we are going to be, shall we say, dealing with that over the next couple months. Hopefully it won't be a big deal, but we shall see. Gotta learn the crip walk if you're wearing blue. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but okay. Yeah, well, my hip's been bothering me. So yeah, I do limp from time to time. That's for sure. I really got to get that. I believe I know what it's related to. Last year when I was out of work, I was delivering for Amazon and my right foot slipped on the ice and yanked the back. I didn't fall, but you know how you get that sudden movement and you're like, oh, and just yank the back. So I've had sciatica ever since. So I know that's what's causing the hip issue. It's causing me to not walk right all the time. So yeah, anyway, I got to get that taken care of. But yeah, thanks to the Unboxed Project. Yes, definitely great news. Yeah, she's been on cloud 9 today. So she was not expecting to hear that. So have I dual mined ETH and ETC and LOL miner? Nosity asks. I have dual mined. I have not dual mined ETH and ETC together. I'm not even sure if you can do that. But I have tried dual mining with, I believe I did ETH and Ergo, was what I had done a while back, but I just didn't find it to be profitable. I shouldn't say didn't find it profitable. I didn't find it as profitable as mining ETH directly. I am looking into doing Ethereum and Alephium, but I look at some of these outliers, whether it's TON or Alephium. Are they really going to be worth anything? I'm sorry, I'm going to be mining and liquidating on most of those coins, but I want to find a way to liquidate. And I haven't looked into Alephium enough to really know for sure. So I will be looking into that sometime in the next couple of weeks, and probably will be late to the party like I usually am when it comes to these newer coins, but that's okay. It's kind of what I do. Oh, yeah. East Coast have outbid the West Coast on this one. Yeah. All right. Well, that was more like who was first to the party, I guess. If two bros had asked me to put on a blue flannel or a different blue flannel, maybe I might have done that. But anyway, it was just funny because my wife actually brought me the red flannel, so that's what made it especially funny. All right, let me go through some of this other chat. Paul Doherty, I throw boxes for them. Driving looks crazy. I mean, I honestly really enjoyed it. I used to work for a company before Amazon had their own network. Third parties did it. And I worked for one of the third party companies that did the final mile deliveries. And I originally started as a driver, and then that's how I got into logistics, actually. Then I moved into the company that was doing it. Basically, I was throwing so many ideas at them. They finally said, do you want to work here and be a supervisor? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. So took some of the ideas that I had, helped to put those into fruition and helped improve their statistics. Their KPIs. But anyway, so that's kind of how I got started. But anyway, so I ran that for a couple of years until Amazon decided to do it themselves, which is kind of the way they do it. They offload it to a bunch of other people who help them figure out how to do it really, really well, and then they just yank it back. So unless, of course, it's not profitable enough, and then they just let the third parties, struggle and make little profit margins and let them figure it out. So at any rate, but I really enjoyed delivering because it was good exercise. Enjoyed, seeing people, saying hi, everybody likes receiving packages. I was very, very rare to have somebody who was in a grouchy mood when you were making an Amazon delivery, especially around Christmas. So yeah, I always thought it was fun. But I had to stop doing it once I did that, and I haven't been able to go back to it. Not that I probably would at this point. A little too busy with my current job and YouTube and all the crypto mining stuff. So, all right, let's see what else have people been talking about. Lithium is dropping like a stone for that reason. Everyone mining and dumping. Yeah, it's kind of what I figured might happen. Now the thing is, the thing when I originally looked at it, I was like, it seemed like you could mine Alephium along with Ethereum with a very little amount of penalty to your Ethereum profits. But it looks very similar to all the other dual mining things where, yeah, you still probably better off being straight Ethereum at least now. So anyway, I'll take a look at it, but that's why I didn't want to necessarily jump on the bandwagon only to get burned when everybody else was dumping. What is this word? Exercise. Yeah, I forgot all about it. Yeah, I want to get back to exercising. Right now, I'm kind of a little afraid to get on the bike because of the hip. So that's why I just really need to pick a chiropractor, go to them, get them to work it out, and then I can get back on the bike. So, oh, my wife said close the flan website. Alrighty, well, we'll go back to that then. My current mining setup. So this thing on the left will actually end up in this open space. I just have to get around to it. I've been doing a little bit at a time. I just moved the 1660 Ti's to the what was normally just an AMD rig. But that was the other thing I figured out. I'd originally had forgotten about, and then I did some research into it. Yeah, 1660 Ti's will work on a RevTech board if you set 64-bit something or another in the BIOS. But then the RevTech board will only work with 6 cards, with 6 GPUs, and I didn't want to do that. So I thought, okay, that's fine. I'll move the 1660 Ti's down to the AMD rig and then be able to have all of these on the same rig. Well, that's not exactly working very well right now. So yeah, I don't know. I have to kind of play around with it and see what the best combination is going to be. But I'll figure it out. Like I said, some of these other ones in the back will be relatively short-lived. Like I said, the 580 will eventually be a giveaway, probably at 5,000 subs. Although that might take too long to get to 5,000 subs, so I'm not married to that number. But that was my initial thought. And then the 5600 XT, that's one that I will sell off. But that's going to be, I don't know when that's going to actually happen. But anyway, alrighty. Yeah, the frustrating thing was I had actually lost last year. Actually it was at the beginning of the pandemic, so that would have been not even last year. It was 2 years ago. I had lost like 35 pounds and gained it all back through, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I know that it's kind of going to be a combination of physical therapy as well as chiropractic. The chiropractic will get the back straightened out, and then it's probably going to be some physical therapy because it's like I forget, there's a something syndrome where the sciatic nerve runs over, and right now it's like super irritated, and I think I've tightened up, which is causing part of the problem. There's all kinds of problems. I don't think it's joint specific related. I think it's just things aren't in the right place anymore. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. Do I find the exhaust fan adequate? Yes. Yes, I do. It doesn't look like a very big exhaust fan, but it works extremely well. Now, I haven't had it in the summer, so we'll have to see, but it seems to displace quite a bit of air. It'll run for very short periods of time and lower the temperature in the room by 2 degrees very quickly. So now, again, I only have 5 kilowatts of heat to dissipate. I know a lot of other people have a lot more than that to dissipate. So that's part of the reason why that fan is perfect for what I'm doing. I could have gone with a bigger fan. I actually had originally thought about going with a bigger fan, and then I'm like, no, I think this one will be good. I was afraid with the bigger fan, it would dissipate too quickly, or it'd be going on for 30 seconds, shutting off for 30 seconds, and then be cycling a lot more. This one stays on for a longer period of time. And obviously, once we get into the summer, it will definitely be running like full time. So we shall see. Hey, well, congratulations, D miners. That's awesome. Appreciate that's great. Glad to hear that somebody's losing weight out there. I've started to be a little bit, I'm taking baby steps right now. I'm not gaining any weight. I have actually lost a pound or two. You know, I basically was above 250 and now I'm back down below 250. So I don't know. Work actually has me moving around a lot more recently. So that, I'm sure that's helping out a bit. So anyway, I took the battery out of my scale. That's funny. You know, you can just not step on it too, and then you won't know what you weigh. So you got that going for you too. Anyway. All right. Does anybody have any more questions for me? Teaspoon, you're home sick today? And you had a fever of 101.2. Not the COVID? Hopefully it is not, Teaspoon. What make is the fan? Let me find it. Bear with me here 1 second. Let me see here. Well, that's not what I wanted. Not now. Let me bring that over here. And let me see if I can find it. Bear with me here 1 second. 1 moment, please. Oh my gosh. There we go. I was trying to minimize the screen and it was not wanting to minimize the screen. All right. One thing at a time. All right, let me go to my orders, type in fan. I was going to provide an affiliate link, so give me 1 second while I do that. I have to create the affiliate link. I would be remiss if I didn't do that. You know what? This never works. We're going to see if this works. No, it never works. I have to do it from here, but that's okay. We will do this. So I actually have 2 different accounts. One is in my daughter's name so that we have Prime for cheap since she's a student. And that's the one we do most of our stuff through, but I needed one in my name to do affiliate links. So that is what I am doing. All right, almost there. There we go. All righty. There's the affiliate link. So it's iLiving. I do not want to dox myself. Let's see if I can do this and not dox myself. Come on. I think that works. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that'll work. So that's the fan. iLiving 12-inch shutter exhaust fan. One of the other things I found was that as the size of these iLiving fans went up, people complained about them being unbalanced, which would make sense. They're harder to balance the larger they are. So yeah, so that's another reason why I decided to stay with the 12-inch. I saw a lot of good reviews of the 12-inch, and I will definitely tell you that I've been very, very happy with it. So anyway, yeah, no worries. Glad I could help you guys. Like I said, I've been really happy with it. I do actually have a video on my channel where I show my wife making the frame to go into the actual window frame. So let me move this out of the way. So let's see if we can zoom into this a bit. Oh, come on. There we go. So basically she cut out a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and obviously made the opening for the fan. And basically that just made it slide right in. And then we attached this little latch because there are 3 different spots where you can latch in the window that was originally in this. The window actually had the latch in the middle, but it also had two other spots where you can do latches. So we just decided to do it on the side. It hasn't budged, stayed in there. It's been awesome. It's worked really well. And now the other thing is there's a thermostat right down here next to this fan. And then that has a sensor. Let's see if we can find where the wire is for the sensor. But anyway, the sensor, this wire right here that comes across the table, actually hangs over the edge of the table away from the mining rigs to try to get more of an overall temperature of the room, so that it's not spiked so much by the, you know, the closer you are to the mining rigs, the more you're going to get the ups and downs as the cool air kind of comes in across the room. So anyway, around how much are those wire racks? I got this wire rack from Home Depot and it was about $100. Let's see here. Let's see if I can pull that one up. Home Depot. I had fun time with Home Depot with those fans that I was just showing you, but that's a whole nother story. Let me see. Wire racks. And the key thing with the wire racks, at least for me, there's the heavy duty ones and then there's the regular ones. The regular ones don't hold quite as much, but I like the way the racks are done better. So if we look at this picture, you can see that it has the underlying, the wires underneath it going front to back and the wires going over it left to right or right to left, however you want to look at it. The other ones have it the other way where they have all these ones going, you know, front to back, a lot more going front to back and only a few going across from right to left. And I like the fact of how they hang this way, with showing the front of the GPU and the fans going, you know, left to right or right to left, however you know, basically they're blowing air left to right. In this case, but I like having it done that way as opposed to having the fans face out on the other racks. So let me bring this one up. This is not the one. I have a 5 shelf one. Yeah, this is the one. That is the one I have. All right, let me bring this over. Make sure I'm not doxing myself here. I know I shouldn't be logged in, but all right. That is the unit that I bought. Yeah, 36 inches. Yeah, 36 inches wide, 72 inches high, 16 inches deep. So wait a minute. That's not the one. That wouldn't. No, I got the 4-foot wide one. There's another one that's 4-foot wide, but look for this on their website. Yeah, because mine was $100, which is the 48-inch wide one. So, but it's, like I said, it's real similar to this, making sure that the wires in the shelving look like this. I like that better. The other way works, but I don't know. That's just the way I like it. So, alrighty. Went way too long on that. Hey, Rodney, good night. Thanks again for showing up. Appreciate it. You are crazy on the super chats. Absolutely crazy. All right. I'm doxing you. How am I doxing you? Oh, probably because of the town, but it's Bartlett, Tennessee. That's what it is. It's Bartlett, Tennessee. Anyway, thanks for the heads up. Bottom right. Bottom right. What was on the bottom right? I'm losing you. You can talk to me afterwards. I don't know what's on the bottom right where. Are you saying my name was on there? It was a Home Depot, or was it on the Amazon that I was doxing us? Anyway, Yeah, they do have black ones. The black ones are extremely hard to find right now. I think those are what have sold out, but oh, I'm good now. Yeah, because I took the Home Depot thing out. Anyway, alrighty. Yeah, I don't even know where the heck my name would be on here, unless you were just talking about the town. Like I said, alrighty, good enough. Alrighty. Well, are there any other questions before I call this stream good? Well, call it done, I guess. All right, Teaspoon. Anyone else think that Max's voice just sounded like a phone on vibrate when he went, eh? Teaspoon, you have some of the most interesting observations. Well, maybe if I take a drink of water, that will go away. So Mad Dog, so you can dual mine ETH and ETC. That seems, I don't know. I'm not sure what the benefit of that would be. I don't know. I'd be really curious. Maybe I need to look that up. Maybe I'm missing out. Opinion on ETH and TON. My problem with ETH and TON is the fact that it is difficult. Well, it's complicated to liquidate TON. And TON is, you're only gonna be able to mine it for a certain period of time. Doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing. It might make it a good thing as far as the overall value of it possibly. But yeah, I'm not interested in that project myself. That's kind of where I'm at on that one. Yes, hydrating is good. Thank you, Automatic Beats. Have a great night as well. Yes, stay hydrated. It's important. Yeah, public service announcement for everybody. All right. We'll have a conversation later, Atomic Star. Yeah, I hope you will feel up for it as well. Regardless of whether or not you stream or not, I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, it's a rite of passage. Yes, it is. She's in her final semester, and then I got to start paying for it. Ugh. Anyway, but yeah, I think she's ready to be done. Oh yeah, there's been a lot of laughing tonight. I really, really needed that tonight. That's for sure. Some of the things you missed, the whole OnlyFlans talk where it's only flannels. So OnlyFlans, we did figure out that onlyflans.net is all about flan. Obviously a different type of flan, whatever. Anyway, soda and coffee. That's pretty much all I drink. I've been trying to drink a little bit more water, but anyway. Alrighty, guys and gals, I will call it a stream. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. This rejuvenated me, was much needed. Appreciate it. I'm thinking I'm here for you guys. You guys were here for me. So definitely appreciate it. And you guys have a wonderful night.